I used to think our love could survive anything. That no matter what came our way, we'd stay strong side by side. But that night, as I stood still, unable to move, fear crept up my spine. What if I had been wrong the whole time? Her words floated in the air like broken glass, each one slicing deeper than the last. Everything tilted. The ground under me shifted. Her eyes weren't angry, not even bitter. They were certain. That's what hurt the most. She meant every word. This wasn't how our story was meant to end. We had dreams, plans, a whole life we imagined together. We promised forever through old age and quiet mornings. But now those promises felt like sand slipping from my hands, scattered by every sentence. Were we not happy? I wondered. I replayed our memories, our joy, our laughter, those peaceful nights wrapped up in each other. Had I dreamed it all? Were those moments even real? Or was I just too blind to see the cracks forming beneath us? She said she needed space, that she felt hollow inside. Her words felt strange, like a language I no longer understood. How could she feel so empty when I gave her everything I had? Or maybe I missed something crucial, something that drove her into someone else's arms. Every word she said struck like a punch. Pain bloomed in my chest, my stomach twisted. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't make sense of it. My wife, the woman I loved, wanted someone else. The betrayal hit me slowly, painfully. How could she even think of this? What did I do to deserve it? It's not you, it's me, she mumbled. The oldest excuse there is. But it didn't soften the blow. If it really wasn't me, then why did I feel so broken? Why did it feel like I was being ripped apart? Doubt swallowed me. Was there anything I could have done differently? Could I have saved us if I'd just tried harder? The trust we built, the love we cared for, was fading fast, and I couldn't stop it. Felt foolish. How had I missed it? How didn't I see it coming? Shame wrapped around me like chains. Years of love, of shared life, now reduced to a cruel ending. I looked around our place. Our photos, keepsakes, private jokes written into routines. It all seemed spoiled now. My best friend, my love, had just blown up our marriage. And I was left picking through the pieces on my own. If you love someone, let them go, she said, her voice shaking. If it's meant to be, they'll come back. But what if she didn't? That thought stopped me cold. I argued, begged, cried. But her heart was already gone. In the end, I gave up. Empty and hurting, I watched her walk away, suitcase in hand, tears on her face. It was the hardest moment of my life. The silence that followed was unbearable. Every inch of our apartment whispered her name. Days turned into weeks. Time dragged on. I buried myself in work. Friends tried to help, but their words didn't reach me. The thought of her with him haunted me. I was angry, bitter. How could she throw it all away? What happened to our vows? But slowly, something began to change. I started gathering the pieces. Bit by bit. I went to the gym. Ate better. I reached out to old friends. Every small act felt massive. I was crawling out of the hole. I ran in the park. I sat by the lake and just breathed. I forced myself to start again. I poured my energy into work and picked up hobbies I'd left behind. Photography, the thing I loved before I loved her, came back into my life. Looking through that lens reminded me to find beauty again. Every photo was healing. Every click was like my heart beating again. I began to feel whole. Not the man she left, but someone new, stronger and wiser. Then, just as life was starting to feel steady again, she returned. It was a quiet night, the sky soft, the wind still. I heard the knock, and something twisted inside me. She stood there shaking, tears falling. "I was wrong," she whispered. "He wasn't you." Her voice cracked. Her shoulders drooped. Her eyes, once bright, now begged for forgiveness. She had chased something different, something she thought would make her happy. But it led to emptiness. And now she was back pleading. "I made a mistake," she cried. "The worst one of my life." She fell to her knees, shattered. Her hands reached for me like someone drowning. She clutched her chest as if trying to hold her heart together. But mine had already broken. And some wounds don't heal. Some betrayals leave permanent scars. I looked at her, really looked, and remembered it all. The silence, the heartbreak, the day she walked away while I crumbled. Forgiveness is noble, but forgetting is a lie. Some things can't be reversed. And some people don't get to come back.